Now you say you're involved in politics and stuff, where I guess your day job, whatever. You might be asking this, like, what do you fall on the political spectrum? Like, you might be asking.
Great question. Great question. So I've been a registered undeclared my entire voting life.
Okay.
Right. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I was fortunate enough that I learned how to reading the newspaper.
Right.
Like that's how my parents taught me how to read. So because I always read at a much higher level than my peers as a young person. Because of that, I was forced to start partaking in critical thinking on more than just what's in front of me at a very, very young age. So I started forming opinions on everything from sports to entertainment to politics. I'll never forget when Michael Dukakis, who was the governor of Massachusetts at the time, when he and George H.W. Bush ran against each other, I had an opinion on that race.
1988.
I had an opinion. And listen, I'm 5-6 years old, but I had an opinion, right? So, and I started in politics young too. I mean, I just told you, my first internship, I was a sophomore in high school. I got to see what Democrats and Republicans are really like behind the scenes here in Massachusetts, which is really a political hub in the country.
Yeah. Because
of that, I don't align myself with any gangs. I'm not Bloods. I'm not Crips. I'm me. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. I'm the most liberal person that I can think of. I'm very liberal because I'm a Massachusetts guy. So I believe that everyone deserves an opportunity. I don't believe in restricting people to a certain degree. Obviously, be common sense. I mean, a person who has significant mental health issues probably should not have access to firearms. So, there's my contradiction there. But for the most part, I'm a pretty liberal guy, but I'm also a sensible guy. So I have no issue with voting for a Republican when it makes sense. I have no issue with voting for a Republican when strategically we need checks and balances, because I don't believe in absolute power for anyone. I think that's a recipe for disaster. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that I am a very left-leaning, middle-of-the-road person, meaning that I'm probably going to vote left on most issues, but when the left is not making sense, I'm the first one to call them out on it.
And that's the thing.
That's just who I am, man.
That's the thing. You don't get involved in this, like this bubble, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like my journey is a little different too. Like my
gangs, man.
Yeah, well, I was raised in a conservative household, so naturally I was more right leaning growing up as a kid. Church obviously was the foundation of that. Then you get older, you start seeing the world with your own eyes, and you start seeing things for your own. So I was registered Republican in 2008, and then I left the party. I've been MPA ever since then. I probably voted more left in recent years, not because I actually like the that side of the aisle, like it may be, but I've seen stuff on the other side that's been kind of nuts. I also agree that there's a lot of shit on the left too that's also going nuts as well too. So again, I'm like caught in this whole situation where like I'm in the middle of all this crap, and like, can we get some common sense here? Like, you get some common sense discussions and dialogue here, and let's we're gonna fix problems instead of worry about being the bubble and libtard this and racist that, and like you and I are kind of covering the same cloth in that way, And to me, it's all about common sense. Like I got criticized. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just going to say we're the bridge builders, EJ. We're the ones who, at the end of the day, we're the ones that are going to move the country forward. Mm-hmm. And traditionally, that's the case,
right?
Because we're not aligned to one side or the other.
Right.
We're the bridge. We're the ones that they all want, so they got to listen to us because they can't win without us.
Right.
You know what I
mean? Especially us.
The irony of that.
Especially us.
So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're about to make a strong point, though. Please.
No, I'm saying for example, is this. Like, I'm not I'm in Florida, and obviously our governor here is pretty, well known for how he's handled things. I've listened to a lot of praise on him the last couple of years for how he's handled COVID. In my opinion, I thought he's handled it in a way which more it's kind of common sense. And then I've gotten so much pushback from members of my family who are left leaning, of course, saying, "What are you talking about?" Like this, I'm like, "Oh, are you not a right wing?" I go, "Why does it have to be this or that? Why can't it be like, okay, I don't agree with his politics necessarily, but he's handling this correctly, or vice versa? Why can't it be, okay, I'm okay with the way he's handling this, and that's it? Why has to be this big old, okay, well, are you on this team or that team? Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. I'm not into that team crap. Screw that. The only team I care about is my family. That's it. My kids and my wife. That's it.
Damn right.
It's the only team I care about.
Damn right.